Gotta see this. So Brittney Griner has just been banned from the WNBA after this situation with Caitlin Clark is going viral, where she made some extremely racist remarks from the bench after getting fouled out by Caitlin Clark. I mean, this is just insane. Just watch this video, bro.
The WNBA is never, ever, ever going to work and never make money. And this is exactly what Caitlin Clark gets for bending the knee. Do you guys remember when she said, when we lost all respect for her, when she said, I want to say I've earned every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege. And the more we can elevate black women, this is going to be a beautiful thing. That's when it was all over. And Angel Reese and Brittney Griner, they walk around like the league owes them something. Even Ryan Clark's attitude as if, bro, where's the victimhood? These are freaking millionaires. Like, what are you talking about? It's attitude, it's no humility, just entitlement, and that's not confidence, it's arrogance with receipts.
The video clip lasted just 2.4 seconds, but in that fragment of time, captured on a courtside microphone, the WNBA season exploded into chaos. Brittney Griner, glaring toward rookie sensation Caitlin Clark, muttered two venomous words, "That white girl."
Jamel Hill, former ESPN host, says that no, she didn't say bleep white girl. She says bleep whack call. To which she then went on to call me a grifter for even pointing this out, but besides the point. You can watch and make up your own mind as to what it appears Brittney Griner is saying. It's not certain what Griner says. There is one way to find out. Ask Brittney Griner. However, no one has done that except for Outkick. It's been over 2 weeks since Griner said this. Instead, the WNBA was investigating a bogus race hoax made up by Angel Reese about Indiana Fever fans. And I say bogus because they found no evidence that supports Angel.
Instantly, social media detonated. The clip trended for 36 straight hours. Politicians, athletes, and millions of fans demanded answers. But the league, total silent.
WNBA's trash.
No,
Straight
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay, this is my opinion.
Okay.
This is my opinion.
Okay.
It's a zombie company. It loses money. Nobody's going to the game. Thank God they get Caitlin Clark. She's injured for 2 weeks. All of a sudden, attendance goes down. This is not going to work long term. You trust me. You'll see this long term. Ain't nobody going to...
Tonight, we expose why this moment to collapse the entire future of women's basketball and why the WNBA's refusal to investigate reveals a shocking double standard. Before we dive deeper, if you're invested in sports justice, smash that subscribe button. What happens next affects every league in America. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball. She's rewriting economics.
News just came out. Ratings are higher than it's ever been for the WNBA.
Yeah.
Congrats to Caitlin Clark. It's crazy how that works.
I mean, you know, what are you going to do? Proof's in the pudding, kind
Get a girl out of Iowa.
Exactly.
Who can pull up from the state next door.
Yeah.
And light up an entire arena, every arena.
Pre-Clark, WNBA games averaged 394,000 viewers. With her, 1.178 million, a 199% explosion. Her June 8 game on CBS drew 2.22 million eyes, becoming the second most watched game in network history. Merchandise sales, up 756%. Stadium attendance tripled. Even chartered flights, a 27-year player demand, finally happened because of her revenue tsunami.
Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine. This girl, the Golden Goose, comes along and she wreaks havoc. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's fourth in the league in MVP voting. Fourth in the league, her rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding.
But here's what no one admits. Resentment festered. Veteran stars who carried the league for years, black athletes like Aya Wilson and Breanna Stewart, suddenly watched a white Iowa rookie hijack the spotlight, and the backlash turned physical fast. Clark's rookie season became a masterclass in survival. Watch the tape.
Watch some of these plays, guys. Watch some of these plays on Caitlin Clark. Look at this. Look at this. See that? Grabbing, physically grabbing her, applying pressure, pushing her. Look at Brittney Griner. Look at this. Look at how physical they are. Now, granted, Caitlin Clark has been in the weight room this season, but I'm telling you right now, there's only so much your body can take, man. Look at how close Ryan Howard playing her. This is
Elevated screens crushing her rib. Shoulder checks disguised as rebound. A clothesline foul by Cindy Carter that went viral. Analyst Chris Williamson breaks it down. They're trying to break her spirit, put her in her place for stealing the shine.
Seems that the WNBA is, well, we know it's not a serious league, but it seems like maybe they are trying to hide something. They certainly do not want anybody with an opposing viewpoint covering their league. Now, mind you, this is a league that's never turned a profit. This is a league that, even with Caitlin Clark having joined this league last year, lost $40 million.
But Griner took it further. In their first matchup, the 6 feet 9 inches center, who doesn't even guard Clark's position, set brutal legal picks. Fouls piled up. Then came June 21st in Atlanta. Griner fouled out with 4 minutes left. As Clark sank free throws, cameras caught Griner sneering toward court. That white girl.
Griner just called Caitlin Clark a trash effing white girl. Caitlin Clark has been picked on and abused ever since she entered the league in 2024, and now Brittney Griner is joining in on the action, saying that she is an effing white trash white girl because after she fouled out, she decided to take her anger and frustration out on Caitlin Clark. If the roles were reversed, imagine the type of field day the media would be having right now. Let's all remember the character of Brittney Griner. This is the same woman who got caught smoking weed in Russia and was...
Lip readers confirmed it. Outkick immediately requested statements from Griner, the Atlanta Dream, and the WNBA. Cricket. For context, weeks earlier, the league launched a 2-week investigation into Fever fans over unproven racist chants toward Angel Reese. They released findings publicly. Yet here, with video evidence trending globally, zero action.
Investigating Brittney Griner. How have you refused to provide a statement on Brittney Griner's behalf from the Atlanta Dream, from the WNBA to Outkick? Because we've asked. So we asked the WNBA, are you investigating Brittney Griner? We've asked the Atlanta Dream, what did Brittney Griner say? We've asked Brittney Griner's representatives, what did you say here? She's made zero comment on this incredibly viral video. Again, I think she says, white girl. I think she is insulting somebody based on...
ESPN's Stephen A. Smith blasted the hypocrisy. They resent Clark for saving their financially drowning league. The WNBA's rulebook couldn't be clearer. Unsportsmanlike conduct, including verbal abuse, discriminatory language, or physical endangerment, may result in fines, suspensions, or termination. Yet enforcement isn't just inconsistent. It's a hall of mirrors where accountability vanishes based on who commits the offense.
Still coming, and that's going to bump up to about $220 million a year. But even that won't matter if something happens and Caitlin Clark's ratings disappear like they have now that she's been injured. But that is not teaching this league anything. A couple of weeks ago, and even though it went viral, it somewhat got lost in the shuffle. Brittney Griner's effing white girl trash comments that was caught on video. Some people tried to claim it was effing whack call. I'm sorry, there's not a world where I see it.
Take June 15th. LA Sparks guard Sarah Ashley Barker fought for a rebound when Connecticut Suns D. Carrington yanked her backward by her ponytail, slamming her head into the court. Medical staff rushed Barker out with a concussion. The penalty? A single technical foul. No suspension. No league statement. Just a footnote in the game log. Now rewind to Caitlin Clark's 15th professional game. Chicago Sky's Cindy Carter shoulder checked her mid-play. A move so blatant the WNBA later upgraded it to a flagrant foul. But the damage was done. Clark staggered off court as Carter smirked. No ejection. No suspension. Just another competitive play. In a season-long pattern of hostility, analyst Rob Parker unearthed damning data. Griner commits 83% more fouls against Clark than any other opponent. Her contact rate spikes 200% when guarding her. This isn't defense. It's a hunting license. The league's public stance? A polished zero tolerance. Campaign plastered across arenas. No space for hate. Banners hang beside corporate logos. But behind closed doors, a different reality unfolds. When Indiana Fever fans face a 12-day league investigation over unverified racist chants toward Angel Reese, commissioners held press conferences. They interviewed 40-plus witnesses, released findings. Yet when Brittney Griner, a league icon, appears to mutter that white girl on national broadcast. Silent, no interviews, no lip reader consultation. Just a void where integrity should live. Why the disconnect? Follow the incentive. Finding Griner risks alienating veteran players who resent Clark's meteoric rise. Suspending Carrington might validate critiques of the league's physicality. So instead, officials swallow their whistle. They call incidental contact when Clark gets hammered on screen. They ignore Eric Ogunbowl shoving her into scorer's table. They dismiss Julie Alaman's elbow that left Clark needing stitches. Each no-call whispers the same message. Endure it, rookie. The hypocrisy bleeds into officiating mechanics. Angel Reese's suspension for flagrant foul? Prompt and public. De'Erica Hamby's fine for criticizing refs? Instant. But when Atlanta Dream guard Ari McDonald hip-checked Clark into a courtside seat, a move ESPN's Holly Rowe called dangerous and deliberate, officials reviewed and called nothing, not even a common foul. The league later issued a secret fine, buried in internal report. No press release, no deterrent. This duality fuels player recklessness. Veterans now know target Clark and consequences evaporate. Rookies learn, speak up, and your career suffers. When Clark dare mention physical adjustments post-game, veterans blasted her as entitled. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert deflected. WNBA pride stems from toughness. But there's toughness, and there's tolerating assault. When Seattle stormed forward, Easy Eye Magbegger clotheslined Clark on a fast break, the league called it playoff intensity. Yet Magbegger herself missed games last year after a milder foul gave her a concussion. The standard? Fluid, self-serving. The most damning evidence sits in the league's own disciplinary archive. Since 2020, the WNBA suspended 14 players for verbal conduct. 12 involved racial slur. 2 targeted LGBTQ plus identity. Not one addressed racial hostility toward a white player. Does the league truly believe such animosity doesn't exist? Or does Clark's identity make it inconvenient to acknowledge? This isn't just basketball bias, it's liability in waiting. Clark absorbs hits that would trigger OSHA investigations in other workplaces. When Minnesota Lynx center Alana Smith undercut her mid-layup, Clark crashed vertebrae first onto hardwood. The league's response? Basketball play. Yet if Clark suffered a career-ending injury during such non-suspension-worthy contact, lawyers would feed. The WNBA risks becoming the next NFL concussion scandal, a league that prioritized image over safety until the dam burst. Want more truth bombs? Smash that like button. It fuels our investigation. The solution isn't complicated. Enforce the rules. Punish hair pulling as violently as courtside slurs. Suspend repeat offenders regardless of jersey sale. Stop hiding behind competitive spirit when video evidence screams intent. Because right now, the WNBA isn't disciplining players. It's breeding anarchists with sneaker. The financial guillotine. The numbers don't lie. They scream. When Caitlin Clark sprained ankle sideliner for a single game against the Washington Mystics, the market delivered a verdict so brutal, it reset the WNBA's entire economic reality. Pre-injury, $41 for the cheapest seat. Post-announcement, $3. $3 less than a stadium beer. Less than parking. Less than a single minute of Clark's future salary. Overnight, ticket scanners recorded 4,217 empty seats in a 4,200 capacity arena. Ushers outnumbered fans. Concession stands shuttered early. And this was an anomaly, it was prophecy. Dig deeper and Clark's financial footprint becomes apocalyptic for the league's old guard. Before her arrival, the WNBA bled $50 million a year. Franchises like the Atlanta Dream and Los Angeles Sparks flirted with relocation. Salaries stagnated. Teams flew commercial. Middle seats for 6'9" centers. Then came the Clark effect. Jersey sales spiked 756%, with her number 22 outselling the entire league combined. Sponsorship deals tripled. State Farm, Nike, Gatorade. Franchise valuations doubled overnight. Indiana Fever now worth $120 million plus. Charter flights finally secured after 27 years of demand. Yet veterans still whisper, she didn't earn this. Really? Let's autopsy their earned reality. Diana Taurasi's 2023 MVP season drew 289K viewers per game. Aya Wilson's championship clinching game for 113K viewers. Clark's preseason debut, 1.28 million. Her rookie impact generated more revenue than the last 5 MVP seasons combined. The resentment isn't just petty, it's economically suicidal. Consider the cascade. Sponsor clauses. 83% of new deals contain Clark appearance riders. Arena upgrade. Fever's Gamebridge Fieldhouse adding $30 million in luxury suite. Player benefit. 401k matches and healthcare improvements funded by her merch cut. When political firebrand Tommy Lahren warned, alienate Clark, and this league collapses overnight, she wasn't hyperbolized. She was reading the balance sheet. Want proof the WNBA survival hangs by a thread? Smash like now. Algorithms bury these truths. Now witness the doomsday math. Without Clark, 2024 revenue projections collapse by 62%. Expansion fees, planned for Toronto and Nashville, evaporate from $50 million to $15 million. Charter flights revert to Southwest coach by 2025. Worst of all, the generational opportunity cost. Clark attracted 4.2 million new female viewers under 18, future season ticket buyers. Lose her, and that pipeline dries up forever. Veterans calling her overhyped, ignore the cold calculus. When Breanna Stewart demanded equal pay in 2023, the league shrugged. Clark arrives, revenue jumped so high the salary cap rose 22%. Her gravitational pull even lifts rival. Chicago Sky attendance up 194% when Clark visit. New York Liberty jersey sales up 300% after her 41-point MSG explosion. Angel Reese's endorsement deals doubled since facing Clark, but the clock ticked. Sources confirm Nike's $28 million offer includes an opt-out if league hostility persists. State Farm's Assist Queen campaign, contingent on positive environment. Clark's camp privately fumes at the targeting, and corporate partners track every brew. The final irony? Those same veterans mocking Clark's privilege. Now cash checks her dominance enabled. Eric Ogumbo's shoe deal, renewed after Clark's opening night, drew eyeballs to Dallas. Jonquil Jones' All-Star votes skyrocketed with new fans voting. Yet still the narrative spins. She hasn't paid dues. What dues? Enduring cheap shots while doubling your salary? Drawing 19,000 fans to road games so you get bonuses? Funding the pension you'll retire on? The WNBA stands at a fiscal cliff. Protect Clark, and they secure a $500 million future. Lose her, and they're back to $3 tickets in empty arenas, a ghost league haunted by the golden goose they slaughtered. The point of no return. The WNBA teeters on a razor's edge where every decision echoes with extinction-level consequences. Investigate Griner with transparency. The league risks igniting racial tensions within its locker rooms and fan bases, exposing festering resentments from veterans who view Clark's stardom as an unearned disruption. Remain silent? They gamble with the loyalty of 8 million new fans, a generation captivated not by a legacy team, but by a single transcendent talent. Sources confirm Clark's inner circle is beyond furious. Whispers of early retirement or strategic hiatuses now circulate in corporate suite. Lose her, and the house of cards collapses. 1. The immediate implosion. Viewership evaporation. Clark's absence already triggers 40% audience drop-offs for non-rivalry game. Permanently remove her? Expect 70% of casual fans, those who tuned in for her 30-foot daggers, to abandon the league overnight. Advertisers flee. Broadcast partners slash contracts. The $500 million valuation bubble bursts. 511. Infrastructure collapse. Charter flights, finally secured after 27 years of player demand, revert to commercial middle seats by 2025. Salary caps plummet 22%, erasing hard-won financial gain. Franchise expansions, Toronto, Nashville, stall as $50 million fees crumble to $15 million. The Fever's $30 million arena upgrades, half-built monuments to a failed Revolution 11. 2. The cultural reckoning. This isn't sports drama. It's a litmus test for institutional credibility. When Angel Reese alleged racist abuse from Fever fans, the league launched a 12-day investigation with fan interviews, video audits, and public statements. Yet with Griner's viral white girl comment, deafening silent, the message screams across America. Discrimination investigations apply only selectively. Political figures like Indiana Governor Braun now demand answers. If the WNBA probed false claims against fans, why not substantiated ones against a star? 10. The league's no space for hate campaign crumbles into hypocrisy. 3. The player mutiny. Veterans dismiss Clark as a golden goose who skipped dues, but behind closed doors, their paychecks tell another story. Endorsement boosts. Angel Reese's sponsorships doubled after facing Clark. Eric Ogumbo secured shoe deals off Clark-driven viewership. Revenue sharing. Clark's merch sales funded for 01k matches and healthcare upgrades veterans now enjoy. Yet this gratitude curdles into entitlement. Diana Taurasi snipes about respect, while Griner's alleged targeting escalate. The locker room fractures. Rookies fear speaking out. Elites resent the Iowa phenom funding their pension. If Clark walks, this toxicity poisons the next rookie class. Who risks becoming the next target? 4. The generational theft. Clark didn't just sell tickets. She built pipeline. 4 million girls under 18 watched her game, dreaming of WNBA futures. Youth league registration spiked 200%. School gyms now echo with Logo 3. Lose Clark, and that inspiration evaporates. The league reverts to niche status, a development graveyard where talent flees overseas for paychecks and relevance. The WNBA's legacy? Squandering the Jordan-esque figure, who could have elevated women's sports for a decade. 5. The corporate exit. Nike's $28 million offer includes clauses allowing exit if league hostility persists. State Farm's Assist Queen campaign, contingent on Clark's safety. Sponsors track every elbow, every slur, every silent commissioner. If Engelbert fails this test, corporate partners won't just leave. They'll blacklist the WNBA as a governance nightmare. The dominoes fall. Arenas sit half empty again. Jersey sales collect dust. The 2026 season becomes a funeral mart. Clark's brilliance exposed a rotting foundation. The WNBA had 27 years to build sustainable interest. They failed. Now, their survival hinges on one Iowa phenom, while veterans resent her for it. Griner's word? A symptom of that disease. Until the league addresses a core infection. The jealousy, the inconsistent justice, the financial desperation. This war will escalate because next time Clark gets hammered, fans won't just tweet. They'll boycott. And the Cinderella story ends in ashes. What's your verdict? Should the WNBA suspend Griner? Does Clark deserve extra protection? Sound off below. This debate changes sports forever. And if you demand fair investigations regardless of race, hit subscribe and that notification bell. We're just getting started. The truth always surfaces.